you guys. How are you?
Woo!
I actually have anxiety. Yeah.
Why?
Because Adam has a special announcement and I can't understand. Like, he needs to tell us now. Adam.
A little behind the curtain. Kelly first said, "Oh, remind me, I have a surprise that I want to fit in there somewhere." I'm like, "Okay." And Adam says, "I have something too." So all of a sudden, Kelly's got anxiety about Adam's bit. Do you want to start with you, Adam? Do you want to wait? Do you want to build the suspense? What do you need, man?
Wait, okay, you're gonna do the lineup of the show, and if
Okay.
we're not gonna talk about something, I'll mention
Go
it
off
right
the
away.
rails.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
So, and if
suffice to say, we've got a whole show prep, but we
Yeah.
can talk about you whenever you like, man.
exactly, I like it that way.
Okay,
Let me
well-
be a tease for just a second. I've got something big is happening in my life,
Ooh.
and I can't wait. Well, I can wait. I will wait to share it with all of you guys.
Oh, very exciting. Okay,
Yeah.
well, you know what? I think that well, let's get to the description. Let's race through this. What will be a 12-minute show, and then we'll talk about the big surprises of my friends and co-hosts. But first, do you guys ever watch Big Brother?
Yeah.
You know when they do the hashtags at the bottom of the and
Yeah.
it's usually when they say something repetitive, like when she'll say "but first," and you'll see at the bottom hashtag "but first."
Mhm.
So, but first, we got sad news last week about Lisa Marie Presley. It was all very whirlwindy, the story of her passing. And we've got all kinds of information as a follow-up to that. So we'll talk about her. We've got a Hollywood marriage success story, which is like a unicorn. But we'll get to the couple that will spill some secrets on how it's done for 25 plus years. We got Kelly's trivia, got your 90s rewind, and like we said, a couple of surprises and announcements coming too. One of which is not a surprise, but we got word about Madonna's 40th anniversary tour. That's got everybody psyched for what will undoubtedly be a huge deal because it's going to be a hits tour. So you know what? Let's start there, and then we'll see what sort of surprises fall in line after that. Okay?
Deal.
Deal. As in huge deal. 35 city tour of the hits. How long have we been waiting for Madonna to do a hits tour?
I have no idea.
A long time. We've been waiting a long time. And it's no offense to her. I mean, she just makes consistently great music and has been doing that for 40 years. But she continues to do it. So she's not wanting to rest on her musical laurels and, always just play the hits. But I think even her diehard fans that have stayed true the whole time start till now still want to hear the hits. But she's got new music that she makes, and that's great.
Mhm.
But we want the hits. So we're getting the hits. Okay.
Have you ever seen Madonna live?
I've seen her twice.
I've
And
seen it 0 times. 0.
Oh, really? Are you interested in seeing her?
Oh, I really want to go to this one because I'm so grateful that I saw Prince about a year before he passed.
Wow.
And I'm
Are you
so
saying
grateful.
Madonna's going to pass away next year?
No, I'm not. But I just want to make sure I get in the legends because I also missed Whitney.
Yeah.
Didn't have that. I don't think she really came here that often, though. I feel like
She came once. I had the chance to go and I didn't.
Wow.
I was like,
Ugh.
I think I was 18 or something. And
Okay.
I think there was a party or something. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to go to the party. And at that point, she wasn't great live.
Okay.
So I don't know that I missed much.
There's that.
But it's true what you say about missing a legend. It's nice to look back and think, wow, I saw that.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I can't tell you how grateful I am that I saw Prince. Like, and obviously, and it, he, in his case, it just so happened that he passed away, but like, you also never know, even though I don't think Madonna will ever retire, but you just never know where they're going to be like, I'm done with this, and then you're like, I never saw her. And like, I'm still sad that I never saw the girly show in 93.
I did see that.
Yeah. You saw it at the Big O though, right? So the audio
at the Big O, the audio at the Olympic Stadium in Montreal is not good. I get why people want to have concerts there because it really is most bang for the buck. You can fit, 55,000 people there.
Even more than that, probably. Yeah.
Well, I think it depends.
But you're for a show. They're not going to go for the whole all around 360 audience. So you're probably right. Might be 55,000.
And the sound is not good. Like it's just not. So anyways, I saw her at the Montreal Forum.
Okay.
In the late 80s, and that was spectacular. And I'm really keen on seeing it this time.
Yeah.
We're like, Deb and I are sort of look at concerts as like experiences. So we're going to see Pink this summer too. We're going to see her at Fenway. And when you say something like experiences, it's really just code for it's going to cost a lot of money.
Yeah.
So we are putting our funds where these experiences are, and that's it. We might not have Christmas presents, but we'll have experiences.
Yeah.
So that's fine. We're excited here in Canada because there will be 3 shows in Canada. It's oftentimes, artists will go to Toronto. And that's it. And then the rest of the country has to converge on Toronto.
Yeah.
But this time she's starting the tour in Vancouver. She'll make her way to Toronto also, but Montreal, which is where we bring this show to you, she'll be here August 19th. What's amazing is the catalog of music, which we all are quite familiar with, and words like unmatched are not just thrown around lightly because we're talking about 40 years of Madonna music. She's going to be paying tribute to the whole thing, it seems. And what she said is that she's excited to explore as many songs as possible in hopes to give my fans the show they've been waiting for.
Yeah.
Yes, we have.
And here's a tidbit from just like, and again, one of my best friends is like a super fans of Madonna, so like she would be able to speak on this more. But from like a fan of Madonna's and an overall observer of Madonna's like MO in life, when it comes to performing, Sharon, you touched upon it before. When she tours, usually it's very much to promote that album that's just come out, because she's such an artist that she really wants to bring those songs to life.
Yeah.
So the fact that she's now going to do a hits tour, that means that all of these ones that, were on various albums, she's now focusing hits. So each of these songs is going to be epic, because she's going to put all that artistry that she would normally spread out on an album, like a specific album, onto all of her hits. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's for sure legendary choreography, but there might be some new choreography or whatever she's going to do, or new takes on it, because she's literally now saying like, this is my album. These 40 years are my album of what I'm going to put on the stage. So I think if you have not seen Madonna, this is your time to go.
I agree.
Well,
with you.
I'm going to grab what you just said, Kelly, and I'll segue into my little special announcement.
Okay.
Yeah.
I bought tickets a few minutes ago
to Madonna.
Get out.
Madonna tour. I'm going to be there, and I'm so excited.
Good for you.
Nice.
There was a pre-sale. I don't know how it happened, but my friend managed to buy tickets literally an hour before we were talking here. So I bought tickets to the show. I'm going.
Good for you,
amazing.
Adam. That is life-changing news.
Bucket list.
Really is.
Check.
That's it.
Nice.
It's great because for us, I mean, we're recording this show a few days in advance, but the tickets for us go on sale on Friday, and we are several days from Friday right now. So,
we are.
Yes, we are.
So good for you, little Adam.
I do have Sharon, the confirmation email, so we're good. We're good.
Yeah.
Sharon, how are you? Are you going to try to get them on the Friday, like on Friday?
Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen. Deb is very skilled at securing things like that, though I will, if need be, I might have to ask a favor of someone on our inside.
Yeah.
I'm not at a point, like, I would love free tickets. Who wouldn't? But I'm not foolish enough to think that that at a rock station that they're going to give me free tickets where we don't even play Madonna. So but yeah, you know what, I'm optimistic and hopeful, and what about you? You gonna buy them on Friday?
I don't know what I'm gonna do, because I would like to. I know what it's been like with Janet's stuff, and like I know like that's gonna be the same situation for her with Madonna. So I want to make sure that I figure out a way where they're gonna be decent tickets without selling a kidney. So
yeah.
I spend just over 200 for mine.
Oh, that's all right.
One ticket or two?
For one ticket.
Wow, and good seats?
In the red sections at the Bell Center. So nice. Like first, like not floor, but like just above the floor.
Oh, that's good.
So,
okay,
that's really good. Good for you.
Yeah.
You know what's really cool? I mean, the power of music is so like, it's elastic, right? There's no end to it. It'll spring back. The hits that are happening now will be hits for us all those years later, and then we get to go back in time. That's the elastic part. But the fun thing about the age difference between the three of us, Adam, as you're coming into like Madonna-ness and her new music at a point where she had many years of hits before that, but you are as excited to see her as anybody that saw her, you know, from the go. So I think that's it says a lot about her and our taste in music, of course.
Yes, exactly. Adam, I'm so happy for you. This is great.
I know, right? That's why I wanted to tease it.
I really thought you were telling me you're getting married, and I was like, but you've only started dating this person. So I was nervous.
No, I'll start by dating somebody, then we'll go to
okay, great.
Yeah. You'll date someone, then you go to a concert together.
Yeah.
Then you get married.
You know what? I have very rarely went to shows with like a partner, like even a date or whatever, you know. It never really happened.
Wow.
Sounds fun though. Can't wait.
Yeah. Well, it's one of those things you find the relationship that that is best for you, and you don't ever define it like that. You know, you do all the fun things together, whatever those things are.
Yeah.
And it's all
yeah, it's funny. It's like, obviously with Janet, I'm very particular, and I'm quite happy to go to a Janet concert by myself. Like,
yeah.
Because like, and it's just funny. Our colleague Lee, I think, does the same thing with Michael Bublé. Because
really,
he's a huge fan of Michael Bublé, and he does not want anybody to wreck his moment. So, and so that's how I am with Janet. Like, if I don't think that you're really going to like, I've gone with, you know, I've taken my mom, like that was cool. I took our music director, like we went, you know, years ago. So there's certain people that I will go with, but if I think somebody's going to wreck my moment, you're not going. Like, and I'd rather, and my better half is amazing because she came with me to one show in Toronto. She's now seen Janet and she's like, I'm good. But she will drive me to Boston and drive me to the show, go hang out back in the hotel room, and then pick me up when it's over.
Nice. Wow.
So I've engaged myself to the right person.
That's a love story right there.
A love story that's taken, like, how many years we're engaged now? 6.5.
Sometimes, Kelly, you just need to know, you know?
Yeah, exactly. We keep buying motorcycles. That's the problem.
I love you. What?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, there's a solid start to this episode. And I think really just to keep ourselves humble, we should be leveled by some trivia. How about that?
Yeah, I think that'll work.
90s now trivia.
Bing bong.
Bing to the bone.
These are heady ones, so we'll see how we do. I'm also hoping I can pronounce words, so we'll see if this
I'm optimistic for you, Kel.
Yeah. So this is art and literature.
Ooh.
And maybe I'll actually use that accent when I try to not blow this name. So in which novel by, I'm going to say, Jahumpta Lahira, do the characters inherit Indian traditions and live in the New World?
Wow.
Okay, I'll go with RRR. That is not the answer.
That is not the answer, but
I think that's the title of an Indian movie that just came.
Oh, that's very good. Yeah.
You know, maybe it was adapted off.
That's a good idea.
So that's all I have for you.
Yeah, good.
I'll go with a series of unfortunate events.
Oh, very nice. That's a good long title. Actually, you're not far off. Ready, Sharon?
Yes.
Interpreter of Maladies.
Well, if you're just going to make up movies.
Yeah. Very good. And I would like to again apologize. I really hope I got the pronunciation semi-close of the author's name. But anyways, I apologize if I did not. So this is news and politics. In which year was Nelson Mandela first elected president of South Africa? Oh,
I'm pretty sure that's 1994.
Adam. Good job, little Adam.
I just have, you know, sometimes things happen on the year I was born, and I remember those things happened on the year I was born. So thank you very much.
Nice. Well
very
done.
Nice. And this actually makes me jump ahead with my audience question, because this segues very nicely. So as you know, when we put the show up on our YouTube channel, we are very fortunate that many of our listeners chime in with comments and questions. And we have a group of people that are very adamant about commenting. and have become like online buddies. So Rachel, Shane, Ginger Bear, CJ, they have all, like Carolyn, they've all become buddies. And we got an email, a message this past week from Shane, Kentucky Shane, who's been with us forever on the show, as one of our loyal listeners. And he said he wants to know from Sharon, Adam, and me, Kelly, what was your favorite year in the 90s and why? And he started off by saying that 1992 was his favorite year because that's the year he graduated high school.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. Huh. And he guessed that Adam would say 94 because that's the year he was born, but we'll see.
Well, it's because I started preschool, elementary school in 2000, right? So I guess my 1994 to 2000 was kindergarten. So
nice one.
I'll go for 94. Dope year. Yay, 94 babies.
Dope year.
You what? Bruh.
Yeah. I'm going to guess. Not going to guess. It's going to guess. It would either be 94 or 96. 94 because I started my radio career in 94. And 96 because I started working at the radio station that I'm at now at Shom that year.
You've been at Shom since 1996?
Yes, I have.
Wow.
Adam was 2.
Oops. Sorry, puppy.
That's a good reason, Sharon.
Yeah.
I also have trouble choosing in the 90s because that is legit my favorite decade of all. And there was many magical things that started in that decade for me, especially like my love of Janet. So there's many pillars that involve her. So I will say 2 also. 94, special year because I graduated from there, the high school. And also I will say 98 because I loved seeing Janet on the Velvet Rope tour.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So that was like life-changing for me, that tour. So
nice. Thanks for asking that, Kentucky Shane.
That's a great question. We should actually, so I'll put it out there. If we get audience questions every week, whether you message us on social media or on the YouTube channel, I will pass along the questions to Adam and Sharon, and we'll have a little.
Yeah, that's fun. I like it. It's good. Sorry about the sounds like my stomach's grumbling, doesn't it? Just my dog.
Chester.
It's Chester. I brought down a handful of treats and now they're all gone. And for some reason, he's not getting the concept of empty hands. But he's like a toddler. So now me being on the show is like being on the phone.
Yeah.
And then grumble away. All done, you little sweetheart. He is a sweetheart. All right. We had some Hollywood secrets to share. And I think that's what I had lined up next. My mouse, the battery in my mouse is dead. So
when do you want to do the Lisa Marie Presley?
Oh, when did I have that? Hang on a second.
I'll follow your lead. I just don't want to forget her because that was obviously a huge.
Oh yeah, that was remarkable news. Actually, we should probably go there next, just because it is as big as it is. Which is that she'll be laid to rest with her father, and her grandmother, his mother. Correct, at Graceland, right?
And her son.
And of course, and her son. And this will happen from the time that we're recording this show in a few days on the weekend. So by the time you get this show, actually, it will happen a couple of days after that.
Yep.
And that we recorded the show last week. Did we talk about? No, because we learned after, correct?
No, because she passed away.
It was like the day after, or 2 days after, 2 days after, 2 days after.
Isn't that what? It's just wild. Like, we saw her at the Golden Globes on TV. She didn't look 100%, but that's not uncommon. I think after the past few years that we've had, that people end up, not looking 100% at stuff like that. But it still was shocking. 54 years old is my age, so it's too young.
Yeah.
And just there's been such a lot of sadness for her, and certainly for her mother now, and for her kids.
Yeah.
Just it's nuts.
Yeah, it's funny. Like when her son passed away a few years ago, I had that thought. I was like, "You have 3 daughters. Please don't leave them."
Yeah.
And because like very quickly it became quite evident how. And as I think you would be devastated in any situation, you would be devastated. This particular reason, extra devastated, because of the manner of the passing. But Yeah, I was concerned about her at that time. And like, I don't know if they're like, obviously it sounds like there was some sort of medical issue, but like, you kind of wonder if it was like partially like a broken heart in general. You know what I mean?
Well, certainly because she had put enough pressure on her heart with whatever sort of extracurriculars, let's say. But you know, like she said at that time when she first spoke out after her son's death, that basically that she'd never get over it.
Yeah.
Which is not surprising that would be the.
How long has it been? How long has it been since his passing?
He was in 2020.
Okay.
Well, there's some secrets out of Hollywood when it comes to a successful marriage. There's not that many couples with that credibility, but the ones that do last a long time are the ones that stand out seemingly. And Angela Bassett, Courtney B. Vance are on that list as one of those rare success stories in Hollywood. 25 years of marriage, and they're sharing how it's done. Courtney B. Vance says it's like being in a rock band.
Yep.
Yeah. Why not?
How you say? He says talking, communicating, and allowing each other to have your own space and then come back together. He says it's like a rock band. Temptation, Stones, the Eagles. Initially, it's about they made it. What about my individual glory? And then I don't want to get caught up in a band, like, and talks about going in separate ways and stuff like that. And he said, and everybody comes back together. And when you come back together, you're stronger together.
Mm-hmm.
I like that analogy.
Yeah, that makes total sense.
Plus, can we just say how hot Courtney B. Vance and Angela Bassett are together as a couple?
God,
they're
just very good looking.
They're very good looking and they're just cool.
Yeah, totally.
And I'm so happy for her recent award wins, and I hope more continue. And she is just like, I hope one day, like my hope is she's on my bucket list of, I hope I get to chat with this woman on an interview one day. Like, cause she is just like, and I think they did a split screen, by the way, or something from when she won. I guess it was back when she did What's Love Got to Do with It in 93 to like now. And like, she still looks the same. Like she's
pretty incredible.
And I think is she 64, Sharon, or 61? She's Adam's on it.
She's in that window because
she is, I think, 62, but let me check.
Yeah.
Oh no, she is 64. You're right.
Yeah. She is 62. Next level amazing. Like she could read names. If we still use telephone books, she could read names out of the telephone book and I would be intrigued. Yeah.
Oh man. And she's one of those ones too, when speaking of award shows, when it comes to making speeches, she's got that compelling delivery and you're like, say it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, her I remember because I was watching a bit of the Globes, and I don't tweet much usually, or live tweet for that stuff too much anymore. But when I saw her speech, I actually tweeted, I was like, Angela Bassett equals class. Like, because
yeah,
she's so elegant, she's eloquent, and she's classy and intelligent beyond. And like her speech was probably my favorite one of the whole evening. Also Jennifer Coolidge, by the way.
Oh, nonstop with her. Every award show, she's great. Honestly. Yeah. Did you watch The White Lotus?
I have seen The White Lotus, but I was about to say, have you seen that? I saw it on TikTok, that interview where she's been asked, what's her dream role she would love to do in the next few years.
Oh, I did not see this.
I didn't see it either.
And she goes, I would like to do a dolphin.
A dolphin.
And that's pretty much the whole interview. And it's hilarious. So there you go. Just picture yourself, Jennifer Coolidge, as a dolphin.
Isn't that amazing? Because she could be the voice of
she could do it.
Dolphin.
She could, yeah.
Could do it.
Since this White Lotus and since that acceptance speech, she will have a job for the rest of her life.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
she might be like, not the same, but in the same realm of like Betty White.
Yeah, she's just, and it's not like she lacks work. She's been working steady for a long time. When you look at like her list of credits, like, oh yeah, that was her. Oh yeah, that was her. My favorite is Best in Show.
Oh yes.
Oh my God. Those series of Christopher Guest movies are amazing. And they did so much for that group of people that, you know, he just gave them character backgrounds and they sort of had to come, and it's complete improv.
Yeah.
There's no script, they have what they have to work with and they go. It's amazing. And Best in Show is just so funny. And
Oh,
she's,
so good.
oh my God.
By the way, oh my God, I forget the name of, but it was a bulldog that won. Was his name Star? I think it was Star the bulldog that won the American Kennel Club. I think it was either just before Christmas or just after.
I watched some of that. It was
$50,000 and the title. Yeah.
And it's so funny to watch those shows after watching Best in Show a few times. Because they are serious about it.
Oh, and if you guys, here's just a quick tip before you get into Rewind, Sharon. So if you go on Instagram, you can go on Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube. There is a Pomsky, so a Pomeranian / Husky. Her name is Sapphire, but she goes by Safi. Have you seen this, Sharon?
I'm gonna look at her now.
Okay, so
those
Safi the Pomsky, and I think she has 4.2 million TikTok followers and like a crazy amount of Instagram. She just crossed 100,000 followers on YouTube. Honest to God, please listen to me now. If you're listening on audio or you're watching us on YouTube, if you need to feel better about life, go watch Safi, because it's these quick videos. They're less than like 15 seconds, but your day will be made. I'm telling you, she's so funny. And then the owners have this thing where they have these little circular, like they look like miniature speakers. And from what I gather is they can record instructions or record a message on these things. And then you put them on the ground and Safi will actually answer questions. So like, for example, they did a video where the dad, like the doggy dad, got down and was pretending to work out and he's doing push-ups. And so the mom in the background was like, Safi, like, are you going to encourage daddy? And it was something like, and then she pressed on her little paw on the thing. It was like, go daddy, go, or whatever it was. So like a message was coming out, but then the mom goes something like, do you think he's doing well? And then she clicked on another one with her paw and it was like, lazy, 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 lazy.
That's so funny.
And the best word that she has, like her tag word for the dog is, and I won't say it because I try to avoid cursing on here, but there's a, like they'll often ask a question. They'll be like, Safi, what do you think about this? And then she'll hit her paw on one of them and it says BITCH. So she'll be like, BITCH, BITCH.
That's so funny. And if we're being technical, it's not a swear word.
I know, but I don't want to have to edit. So I don't want to say
she is. It's
I
not
know,
a swear,
but I don't want to have to edit for.
But when you talk about a female dog.
I know, but I don't want to have to edit because like YouTube, I don't need problems because right now we have a clean, no cursing show.
So if I said,
then I have to edit and it makes more work for me. Yeah. But honestly, God, Safi the Pomsky, your day will constantly be made.
Her eyes are beautiful.
She's like she's so cute.
She's a public figure.
Yeah. Yeah. She is a, I think they could probably live off her now. Like, I think they sell these buttons that you can record. Like, honestly, the mom and dad of the dog are very smart. So
that's funny.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's rewind it, you guys.
Let's do it.
Going back. How many years are we doing now? 25.
Woo!
I know. It's bonkers. 1998. And they say, you know what? They say it's around now that people start to feel like a bit low. We just passed Blue Monday. Maybe because they've given up on their resolutions, or maybe they fell off whatever wagon they were putting themselves on. So this first song in our rewind comes from Chumbawamba, and let it be your inspiration to, like, if you got knocked down, that you could get back up again. It's Tub Thumping, and it was still charting a few months after it was originally released.
Amazing.
We also got a bit of
that's a song from the 90s.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow. I thought it was released a lot later, like mid.
Wow. No.
10 years later. Yeah.
It's way back then.
How
It's
do
a way back track, fella.
How do you call the years from 2000 to 2010? I'm blanking. So there's the 80s, there's the 90s, and then
the 00s.
The 00s?
Is it, or are you just making that up?
No, I've heard people call it that. I think they also call it, there's another word, but I've heard the 00s.
I like to call it the early 2000s.
Isn't it the knots? It's the knots, isn't it?
Is it?
NAUGTHS. Yeah, so I think it's the knots.
It sounded like
I've also heard the
letters
O-Os.
in there. I like 00s.
Yeah.
Sorry for
Oh.
slowing the group down. Carry
That's
on,
all right.
Sharon.
Hey, well, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. We'll get carried right back up with Kool and the Gang and Gloria Estefan and the Miami Sound Machine. How does that translate into the 90s, you ask? Well, a little bit of both featured on Feel So Good, the first hit for Mace. Proof that it was a really good idea to be in the orb of Puff Daddy around that time.
Mm-hmm.
Backstreet Boys and Quit Playing Games with My Heart. How about that? The fourth single from their debut album that was released a year and a half before. This is an indication of how patient we were as a people in the 90s. We could just wait. Oh, there's another single coming.
Yeah.
What is it? We'll wait. Now we have the internet and we're streaming our brains out. We have no patience. The 90s were a patient time.
Mm-hmm.
How about this? Similar sort of time lapse release for Robin, whose debut album Robin Is Here was still hitting and gave us Show Me Love. Also, the positive effects of our intro to Destiny's Child coming through the radio speakers with No, No, No. It was a big yes, yes, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And that's your 90s Rewind.
Good job,
Thank-
Cheryl.
Good
Thank-
job, you guys. So any more surprises you want to talk about?
Well, that's all my surprises.
That's it. Okay.
That's it. But make sure you follow Safi the Pumpsky. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna go see Madonna.
Now I'm a little jaloux. I need to make sure I get these.
It's that look of I'm really happy for you.
Yeah. I
Oh,
may have
come
spent all
on.
my money on
Check the jars. Check
Yeah.
the swear jar, Cal. If you're not swearing on this show, you're probably swearing somewhere
Yeah,
else.
as we know. I might I might hold Elaine upside down and see what I can shake loose from her.
Good one, you guys. Well, thank you very much. Always fun to hang. And thanks, everybody. And thanks again. Like Kelly said, if you have questions for us, feel free to drop them in the comments. Drop them like they're hot. And then we can address them on the show. Any questions, 90s or otherwise, we can have some fun with that. We always have fun. And we appreciate you guys for listening. Thank you. Wherever it is that you do that, wherever you're doing now as you're listening to us, thanks for taking us along for the ride. And thank you for listening to 90s Now. Still happening.